Stop scrolling right now because your debt plan is lying to you. The problem is not your balance. The problem is time. In 2026, time is expensive, and slow payoff plans get you trapped. The debt snowball feels good because it gives small wins, but small wins do not fix cash flow pressure. Cash flow pressure is what breaks discipline, and broken discipline creates more debt. If your minimum payments are heavy, your brain stays in panic. Panic makes you swipe for comfort. Comfort turns into new balances, and new balances erase progress. So today you will learn a faster system. Not a risky system, a smarter system. A system built for 2026 pricing and stress. We call it the cash flow avalanche. Cash flow avalanche means you free monthly cash first. You do not chase the smallest balance first, you chase the biggest monthly payment first. Because monthly cash changes behavior. Behavior is the real engine of debt payoff. Math matters, but behavior decides consistency. Consistency decides the timeline, and the timeline decides your freedom. The snowball ignores payment pressure. It focuses on balance size, not life stress. That is why people quit mid-plan. They do not fail from laziness, they fail from pressure. Pressure shows up every month as a choke number. Your choke number is the total of all minimum payments. It steals your future income automatically, and it controls your decisions daily. When your choke number is high, you cannot breathe. You cannot save. You cannot think. You cannot handle surprises without swiping, and swiping keeps the trap alive. So step 1 is clarity, and you cannot skip it. List every debt you have, no guessing. Write the balance, APR, minimum payment, and due date. Put it on one page and face it. When you face it, you remove fear. Fear comes from guessing. Guessing creates stress, and stress creates spending. Now add up every minimum payment. That total is your choke number. It matters more than your salary, because it decides how tight your month feels. In 2026, cash flow is power. Pride is not power. Pride says pay the smallest first. Power says free the biggest monthly burden first. So step 2 is a micro buffer. Not a big emergency fund, a small wall. Build $300 to $500 fast. This protects your plan from small shocks. Without a buffer, one flat tire becomes new debt. One medical bill becomes new debt. One surprise becomes a reset, and resets kill momentum. Build the buffer with temporary cuts. Not permanent suffering, temporary strategy. Pause one subscription, cut one habit. Redirect that cash into the buffer. Once the buffer exists, you can breathe. When you can breathe, you can stay consistent. Consistency makes the plan real, and reality beats motivation. Now, step 3 is the key difference. You pick your first target by monthly payment pain, not by smallest balance size. You choose the debt that frees the most cash the fastest, that is oxygen. Ask one question only. Which payoff removes the biggest minimum payment soon? Which payoff drops my choke number the most right now? That is your first target, even if the balance looks bigger. This is why it works. Freeing a big minimum feels like a raise. It is a raise you control, it repeats every month, and it changes your behavior instantly. Example, debt A has a $25 minimum. Debt B has a $140 minimum. Kill B first and you free $140 monthly. That is a real lifestyle change. Now you attack the target with focus. Pay minimums on everything else. Put every extra dollar on the target only. Do not split the extra money. Focus creates speed. Speed reduces pain. Reduced pain keeps discipline alive. Discipline keeps you from swiping. And no swiping is the real win. Use automation to protect your brain. Set all minimums to auto pay. Remove late fees and panic. Remove decision fatigue. Your only job is to attack the target. Then create a 30-day sprint plan. Only temporary cuts, just 1 month. Cancel one thing, pause one thing. Put that money into the target. Treat it like a mission. This is not punishment, it is a trade. You trade comfort today for calm tomorrow. Calm gives you better choices. Better choices build wealth later. When the target hits 0, celebrate on purpose. Not with spending, with proof. Proof tells your brain change is real. And real change creates momentum. Now the avalanche starts. The freed minimum payment is not a reward. It becomes your new weapon. Stack it onto the next target. The stack grows and the timeline shrinks. This is like Snowball but upgraded. Snowball stacks money after balances fall. Cash flow avalanche stacks money after payments fall. Payments falling feels better than balances falling because your month gets lighter. After you free oxygen, then you add the interest layer. Now you prioritize high APR next. This saves money long term. It also kills the most toxic debt faster. So the method has two phases. Phase 1 is cash flow liberation. Phase 2 is interest elimination. Together they beat 2026 pressure. Now watch the hidden trap. People pay off one debt, then add a new payment. New phone plan, new subscription, new installment. That resets the choke number, and stress returns. So you need one strict rule: no new monthly payments during payoff mode. If it creates a bill, it is a no. This rule protects momentum. Momentum is fragile. Add a second rule, the 48-hour pause. Anything non-essential waits 2 days. Most cravings die in 48 hours. That is real psychology. This rule saves money quietly. Add a third rule, cash-only fun. Life cannot be misery, but fun must be capped with a limit. Safe fun prevents burnout. Burnout kills payoff plans. Now credit cards, the hardest enemy. Interest can compound fast. Minimum payments barely touch principal. That is why balances feel immortal. So make the math easier. Call the issuer and request a lower APR. Ask about hardship programs. Many exist and people never ask. Pride makes you pay more. If APR drops, payoff speed jumps instantly. If fees drop, stress drops instantly. This is not a hack, it is negotiation. You are managing risk. Balance transfers can help, but only with discipline. They help only if new spending stops. If you keep swiping, you create two debts. And two debts is a deeper trap. So if you transfer, freeze the card, remove it from online stores, make spending boring with debit. Boring spending is safe spending. Now add fuel because speed needs extra cash. You do not need a second job forever. You need a 60 to 90-day sprint. Short sprints are realistic. One weekend gig can add 200 to 500 monthly. That money is not lifestyle upgrades. It is the weapon to kill the target. Faster payoff reduces suffering. If you have a skill, package one simple offer. Editing, design, tutoring, delivery, anything. One offer is enough. Consistency is the multiplier. Track progress weekly, not daily. Daily tracking creates anxiety. Anxiety triggers spending. Weekly tracking creates control and patience. Use a simple scorecard, total minimums, target balance, no new debt days. Keep it clean and simple. Simple survives stress. If you fall off for a week, do not quit. Restart the next day. Shame is expensive. Restarting is free. Here is the truth. Snowball is slow because it ignores cash flow pain. Cash flow pain breaks discipline. Discipline is the engine. Cash flow avalanche protects the engine. When your choke number drops, your mind gets calm. Calm makes good decisions. Good decisions keep money on the target. That is the loop you want. Repeat the cycle until minimum payments are gone. When the choke number hits 0, life feels lighter instantly. Then saving becomes possible and investing becomes real. In 2026, speed is not ego. Speed is survival. Faster wins keep you motivated because you see results. Choose the system that matches reality.